Hey guys, I can't believe it is already the end of May. But today is Tuesday, May 26th, and it is an A day. So, a poem about school. I don't want to go, he said from his bed. I'd rather stay home and eat ice cream instead. I can't stand the teachers, and the kids are as bad. And that's without mentioning their mums and their dads. The dinners are nasty. They make me feel sick. There's always some joker with a plethora of tricks. The playground's unfriendly and inhabited by bullies. And they pick on me daily, which is a bit of a worry. They all call me names and they say they're going to hurt me. Oh, and the toilets are smelly and also quite dirty. I think that I've learned all I'll ever know. And nobody likes me, so I'm just not going to go. His wife rolled her eyes as she stood at the door. But darling, you're headmaster. That's what you're paid for. So, due dates. I just wanted to talk to you about due dates. Everything is due on Friday. Missing late work, due on Friday. I will be working on report cards this weekend. Everything has to be in. Obviously, you have all of Friday because Saturday is when I would be going through. Make sure that if you are doing your work that is missing, that you email me and tell me what you have done so that I can go back in and grade it. So your agenda today is independent reading for 20 minutes, mini lesson, and independent work time. After looking at the videos for Read Aloud, it came to me that only one or two people are actually looking at them. So I want to give you more time on working on your assignments. So we will not have a Read Aloud this week. Your mini lesson today is the overview of your poetry summative rubric and then your quarantine free verse poem. Remember, you need to be reading 20 minutes a day. Doesn't matter what you're reading as long as you're reading 20 minutes. So your poetry summative. So this is an introduction of what will be due on Friday, May 29th. Your poetry presentation rubric, we have two different parts. One is delivery and one is content. So for the delivery of it, because you will be doing a presentation using Flipgrid, we have not yet as 0 points, starting to as 1 point, and yes as 2 points. So, use of eye contact. So, making sure that you're looking at the camera when you are doing your presentation. Using a clear, sharp, expressive voice. So, you're not just monotone. Spoke at an appropriate pace. So, not too fast or not too slow. And then a setting was created with costumes, props, or music. So you need to make sure that you use at least one of those to get the points. So looking at this, 2 times 4, 8 points for just the delivery. And then we have the content. So the content is the introduction of poem. So this poem can be one of your original poems, or it can be a poem of your choice. It needs to be school appropriate. You need to make sure that you tell me the author and the title and introduce yourself, because those are points that you can get. Your presentation is well organized, so you have practiced it. It's not something that you're just throwing together to get done. I can tell that you've practiced and that you know what you're doing. And then you need to go back and leave positive feedback on at least one other peer's poem. So for this, not yet is 0 to 1 points. Starting 2 to 3 points, and then yes is 4 points. So this is a total of 12 points for a total of 20 points for your poetry presentation summative. So, last week we learned that poetry comes in many different forms. And one way we did this was by exploring and creating parodies. So, we looked at what was a parody, what was kept the same, what you changed, and some of the examples. Do you want to go to Starbucks? Where is my phone? Tape and glue. Can't stop this reading. Also, take me out of the bathtub as a poem example. Today, I want to teach you that you can take your everyday life and turn it into poetry. So one way we can do this is by creating a free verse poem about what life has been like since quarantine from COVID-19 has come to become our new normal. So what is free verse? Free verse poems will not have a set meter, which is the rhythm of the words. There's no rhyme scheme or any particular structure. So some things that you can notice are you can't clap to it, doesn't rhyme. Some poems look like pictures, which would be like a concrete poem. Some have shapes, some have different fonts. It doesn't take up as much space as a story does. It can be written about anything. It can be long or short. It has repeating words and it has sound words, so it uses onomatopoeias. So when you're looking at writing a free verse poem, make sure that you are not rhyming it, but it can be. It's kind of up to you. They tend to have more than one verse or stanza and have short lines, and they can be written on any topic, but you are going to be writing yours on your quarantine life. So here's an example from a 9-year-old boy of a quarantine poem. Now you'll notice that he does rhyme. You do not have to rhyme yours. So quarantine is okay. I won't shout hooray. I made a Lego car. It didn't go that far. Played baseball in the yard. Was not that hard. That's what she said. So I understand it's from a 9-year-old. You guys are in 7th grade. Some of you are 13 years old. You can write more than what a 9-year-old can write about. So when we talk about stanzas, these are stanzas or a verse. Okay, so this is 4 lines in a stanza or verse. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because this is one of the things that you will have to do for your quarantine free verse poem. So you need to have at least 4 line stanzas or verses. So that is this. This is 4 stanzas with 4 lines in each. You need to use at least 2 literary or poetic devices. So you can use imagery, repetition, onomatopoeia, similes. It should be about your time during this quarantine. You should have fun with it. Make sure that your poem has a title as well. So you're going to go into Google Classroom for Poetry 2020 and create your own free verse poem. It's going to be about your quarantine life, and it's due tomorrow. Just as a reminder, your poetry packet observations are due on Friday. This is what I would tell you. If you finish your poem, I would work on your poetry packet a little bit. Some of you have already turned them in, which is great. Some of you haven't even started them, which you have until Friday to do. I will be grading everything on Saturday. So you need to make sure that you have everything in by Friday. So your checklist for today: independent read for 20 minutes, Write your free verse poem about quarantine. And if you have extra time, work on your poetry packet observations. My office hours this week, all week, I've changed them, are from 8 to 9 and 12 to 1. If you need to contact me with questions after that, email me. My email comes to my phone, so I'm able to email you if I'm out and not at my office space. So just make sure that if you have questions, please, please, please ask them. I'm here to support you in anything that I can do for you. So, with that being said, enjoy. I hope that you guys had a great 4-day weekend. The weather was really nice for you, so I hope that you got outside and got some sun. And I miss you all so, so, so much, and can't wait to see your poetry presentations. Have a great day, guys.